Prisoners are often very bad and have no mercy, but this is not always the rule, as there are many people who go to prison after committing a crime even though they are not completely corrupt people. Hello, here are Joe and Bro, and today we're gonna talk about top 5 prisoners who saved the lives of prison officers.
The prison officer was single-handedly supervising 60 prisoners in the restroom when one of the prisoners decided to attack him, and the officer couldn't get rid of him in any way because he started strangling him violently and very quickly. But the other prisoners rushed to the scene, and about 5 of them rescued the officer moments before he lost consciousness. Then one of them used the officer's phone to ask for help, and the others held the attacker well until the backup arrived. And it is certain that the help of these prisoners saved his officer from death as he was about to take his last breath.
A group of 6 prisoners was mowing the grass around the cemetery outside the prison under the side of the prison guard, whom they had known for a while. And when the guard started to feel that he was not feeling well, which made him tell the prisoners that his phone was in his back pocket, and then fell on his knees, he fainted completely. And despite the possibility of the prisoners to escape, as they had the key to the truck, the phone, and the guard's gun, but they decided to help him at once, and began to take off his clothes so that he could breathe. And they called 911 and ran to get help, which arrived as soon as possible, and the guard made a full recovery thanks to their help.
There is a common belief that people who have committed crimes all their lives can never change, but this story proved the opposite. And this man was arrested over and over again and even escaped from the police during his previous arrest, which made the judge to sentence him cruelly this time. But when one of the prisoners attacked the prison guard, he was the first to panic to save her and try to free her, and eventually, along with some other prisoners, managed to pull the attacker away from her. The judge reconsidered the sentence, and indeed the judge thanked him for his heroic situation and decided to release him.
The matter began when one of the prisoners refused to cooperate, when the prison guard was routinely examining the cells, but he wasn't satisfied with that. As he waited for her to enter his cell, then he jumped over her and pushed her to the ground until he bit part of her ear. While she was screaming for a request to help, this man set out with the other prisoners that the guard was responsible for in order to defend her. And one of them fought the attacker when he tried to dash toward the guard again. And the guard said that she knew that the prisoners would come to help her, and thanked them for saving her life, and she made sure to reward each one of them in some way. And their leader got a pardon and was released.
These 8 prisoners were waiting to go to court in the temporary prison cell when the officer who was guarding collapsed. And at first, they didn't believe what they were seeing, but they soon realized that he was already unconscious and might be dead, which made them break the cell door and started knocking the doors until someone comes to help. And the officers hurried down from the upper floor after hearing all these chaos, which they thought was a state of chaos and agitation from the prisoners. But they discovered the truth as soon as they reached the place, and they called an ambulance, which was able to bring the officer back to life in time.